Hi, good to see you back. Today we are going to look at mainly the upper body. So maybe you've been sitting at a desk, you've been on a long car journey, and you can just feel that your shoulders have slowly crept all the way up towards your ears. This is going to be a really good way of just easing into that. Or maybe you just kind of feel like you haven't really moved much. Again, this is going to be a great couple of stretches to get you going. I'm going to remained in a low kneeling position. If this is uncomfortable for you, have your legs crossed, maybe even kick your legs out straight, come into that staff position. But what I want you to do first is roll the shoulders away from the ears. I want you to really exaggerate that movement. So maybe your hands are on your thighs as you move, maybe your arms are dangled. But I just want you to slowly roll those shoulders away from you just 2 more times, and then we're going to reverse it. So again, try not to be shy with these. Draw the shoulders all the way up towards the ears. Allow those arms just to dangle like noodles. Perfect. One more. And then I want you to slowly reach the arms up. I want your palms to be facing forward. Now, the body is going to either want to jut your head forward or flare the rib cage up. So to start with, pull the ribs down, draw the belly button in, keep the core nice and strong. Head remains in the same line as the rest of the spine. All I want you to do is squeeze the upper back, try and reach the arms back. One more time, squeeze, reach back. Hold it here for one more breath, keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. You're then going to drop your right hand between the shoulder blades to the back of the neck or head, left hand on top. Now use your left hand to press the right elbow down. So this helps open through the side of the body, but also into the shoulders. Again, without lifting the rib cage, keep the core nice and strong. Just want you to drop your left elbow down towards the ground. So you might be able to feel that a little bit more on the right hand side. I just want you to breathe into that open side. So your right hand side is open currently. Nice big breaths into that side as we try and create a little bit more space, a little bit more freedom. Lovely. Come all the way back to center. Reach the hands up, palms face forward. Again, reset the core. Squeeze the upper back, reach back. Squeeze, reach back. Lovely. One more breath here. And then drop the left hand to the middle of the back, right hand on top of the elbow, press the head back, still make sure the ribs aren't lifting up, and then just drop the elbows over to the right. Now you want to have your hot shoulders in a nice straight line, so if you notice that you're kind of rolling forward a little bit, I want you to roll that top shoulder back. Don't worry about how much you've been able to sort of fold over, that doesn't matter. All we're trying to do is stretch from the armpit all the way down to the hip on that left hand side. Lovely. Slowly come all the way back to center. Going to reach the arms up. Again, palms face forward. Reset the core. Reach the arms back. Squeeze the upper back. One final last time. Squeeze, reach back. Perfect. I want to then interlock your fingers. Send your palms up towards the sky. Try and keep the arms as straight as you can. So kind of hugging the elbows towards the ears. From here, we're going to turn the chest round to the right. Keep lifting up. Use your next exhale, see if you can wring out a little bit more movement. One more breath here. And then unravel, come all the way back to center. Reach up a little bit higher, so shoulders can come up towards your ears, that's perfectly fine. You're going to turn the chest round to the left. Again, utilize the next exhale, see if you can create a little bit more space to move into. Awesome. Come all the way back to center. Take the hands to the back of the head. Squeeze the elbows open. As you next exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest. Hold it here. So maybe this is enough of a stretch, which is fine. Stay here. If you want a little bit more, try and press your head into your hands and then resist that by pressing your hands back into the head. So that just invites a little bit of good tension, which allows us to work a little bit deeper into the tendons, the ligaments, the myofascia. Inhale, lift the head, lift to the elbows, squeeze the upper back. We're then going to reach the arms all the way up and then nice and slowly release as you take the arms down towards the ground. Now, if you're in a kneeling position and it feels like your shins and your tops of your feet are going a little bit numb, then come into a different seated position. All I want you to do here is again, roll the shoulders away from the ear. So we're resetting, squeeze the shoulder blades so the shoulders aren't rounding forward. And all I want you to do is look over your right shoulder, come back to center, over to the left. So again, this isn't the biggest of movements. It just allows us to get a little bit deeper into those areas that we tend to hold a lot of tension. And sometimes poor posture can develop tension. Sometimes tension can then cause poor posture. So this kind of just ticks all the boxes, works into both fields, tension and bad posture. Now, when you next look over your right shoulder, I want you to see if you can push your chin around a little bit more. Stop that left shoulder from creeping forward, so pull it back slightly. Come all the way back to center, look over your left shoulder. On your next exhale, get a little bit more rotation round without that right shoulder creeping forward. Come all the way back to center. When you're ready, we're going to come onto all fours. From here, nice and slowly lower yourself all the way down. We're going to come into our Sphinx position. So I want you to take as much time as you need to set yourself up into this. I don't want you to rush into it. It's really important that we have the correct alignment so that we're really working and engaging through the correct muscles. So have the tops of the feet pressed down with the ground, point the heels up. Really active in the legs, so squeeze the glutes, squeeze the quads. Elbows are directly underneath the shoulders, hands in line with the elbows. Elbows are still shoulder width apart, so you don't want them to be out to the sides of the mat. You almost want to be able to feel them against your ribs. Now press the palms down into the ground, lift the chest. Still think about engaging through the core here, so don't allow the lower belly to go soft. Keeping that activation in the legs, I want you to press the hands into the ground, pull them back towards you, create a little bit more length. So you should feel that a little bit more in the rib cage. We're going to then wrap through the upper back a little bit more. So now what I want you to do is try and squeeze your forearms towards each other. Perfect. We're just going to hold it here for 3 more breaths. So nice steady inhales and exhales as you breathe. You can look down if you wish, if that feels good on the neck, or you can look forward. Resist temptation to kind of look up, because it just feels a little bit like clunky on the back of the neck. And we're trying to reduce the stress and tension that we're holding. We don't want to bring any unnecessary tension into the body. And next we're going to move into a variation of thread the needle. So I want you to slowly lower the chest down and just send that right hand out. Hand is still in line with the shoulder. You're going to walk your left hand all the way through. So both palms of the hands are flat to the floor. And you're just going to rest your chin on top of your left shoulder. If this feels really uncomfortable on that left shoulder, just walk the hand back a little bit. And then wherever you are, I want you to press your palms down into the ground, pull them towards you. Perfect. Now again, although we're working through the upper body, don't allow the lower body to go soft. So you're still engaging through the core, still squeezing your glutes. And I say squeezing your glutes, you're not squeezing them from dear life. It's just a slight activation. Lovely. One more breath here. You're then slowly going to walk that right hand in, take the left arm out. Right hand is going to go out to the side. So now your right hand is in line with the shoulder, half T shape. Turn your right cheek to the mat, look to the left. Left hand is underneath your shoulder. So we're going to take it into reverse spinal twist. Kick your left foot off the floor. Slowly roll onto your right hip. Try and find the floor with your left foot. Again, if this feels really uncomfortable on your right shoulder, just roll the body weight forward a little bit more. So you're rolling the weight more to the left. Wherever you are, hold it here. 3 more breaths. Try and keep the weight of the head down on the ground. So we're not lifting the head up. We're using the floor as support. On your next exhale, slowly roll back onto your front. Bring your right arm in. We're going to set ourselves back up to Sphinx. So get those elbows underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers nice and wide. When you're ready, lift the chest. Pull the hands back towards you, and then imagine you're trying to pull the forearms to meet in the center. One more breath here, and then we're going to take it into that thread the needle on the other side. So left hand goes out in front, walk the right hand all the way through, palms down to the ground, rest your chin on top. Make sure this is a position that you can maintain for the next couple of breaths. Press the palms down into the ground and pull them back towards you as we hold it here. Now remember, one side will feel different to the other, that's perfectly normal. Just notice where you feel the difference though. With that knowledge, you then can work on those areas and just to try and bring a little bit more balance into the body. After your next exhale, slowly ease yourself out of this. Take your left hand out, make that half T shape with the upper body. Right hand is underneath the shoulder. Pick the right leg up or the foot up. Roll over onto the left hip. Oh, try not to get tangled on your hair. And then we're just going to hold it here. So as you might be able to see, my table has stopped me from rolling over, but it doesn't matter. I'm still getting a good stretch in that front of the left shoulder. And hold it here for another 2 breaths. Lovely. When you're ready, slowly roll out. Both hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to press, take it all the way back into our child pose. Now you can take your knees out as wide as you need to. I want you to come up onto your fingertips, so we're making that tent shape with the hands. And then from here, allow the chest to sink through. Try and pull the fingertips back towards you. So again, we're just inviting a little bit more length into the body. Forehead down on the ground. Hold it here for 3 more breaths. Keep pulling the hands back, breathing into the sides of the body. Nice and slowly flatten the hands down to the ground. Walk the hands all the way back towards you. Lift the spine tall. Same as when we started. One roll really up towards the shoulders, down and away, and then switch. Roll the shoulders the other way. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully that's took the weight off the shoulders. Hope to see you soon.